What's up, everybody? I'm here with Jim Cummings at Pensacon. How are you doing?
Superfluous, thank you.
Thank you.
It's got super in the
Yeah.
part of it, so it's doing fine.
How is Pensacon been treated?
Oh, excellent, fantastic. Third time I've been here. Once as a deckhand, once as a singer, and now as this.
So it's
About 15 years apart each. So yeah.
Has the convention been running well
Oh,
for
it's
you?
been great. Yeah, everybody's very friendly, very cool. Even the weather was good. Come on, what's not to love?
Yeah, the weather has been
See,
splendid. the whole
I know.
time.
I brought it with me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
In Pensacola, we have a lot of good food. Have you been able to sample some of that while you've been here?
The fish house was crazy. Yeah, I had a good time there. Highly recommend it. And yeah, just having a great time. Yeah, I've got half a sandwich waiting for me now. What are the odds?
So you have been all over the place. You've been a deckhand. You've been a musician. Let's talk a little bit about your musician career. How was that for you compared to what you do now?
No, it was great. Well, it's kind of still there. I still sing a lot, and I started when I was 13 years old. Me and three buddies of mine split $40, and I got $10 for playing the same 9 songs, like about 3 times each. And I thought, man, this is it. I am so gonna keep doing this forever. And now I get like twice as much as $10. So it's really working out well.
So you could see the career going there.
I'm just going right up. From
What-
there, yeah.
So you had mentioned in the panel that we were just in, you were part of the California Raisins. How was that? That was something that was pretty big for a long time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was all the songs that I would have sung. I sang them in the shower anyway. And, like when I was a kid, it was all the Motown revisited again, and I thought it was great. And it was really good because I didn't have to dance. They had people for that, and I just stood there and sang the songs, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it. It was great. Yeah.
I can still remember seeing the Raisins dancing around.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything,
me too.
so-
Yeah, I've got one at home.
You
Still,
do?
yeah. I had a real raisin that they used in the shoot, and it finally dried out. But I do have a professional one that Will Vinton made for all the guys in the cast, and he's still going. AC raisin.
Nice. So we have heard your voice in pretty much everything from Disney in the 90s and onward. What has that been like, that you come from being a deckhand in New Orleans to being a singer now to a voice actor that if someone's listening, it's more than likely going to be you in that role when it comes down to it. How is that?
I don't know about that, but well, it's great. It's nice to have a sort of a body of work that touches so many people. It's kind of an honor. I think of it as a privilege, and to be part of a big tradition. It's kind of like all that stuff's woven into the fabric of America, I guess. And I'm glad to be like a half thread worth in there somewhere.
You've done movies and television. What's the difference there for you? Is it something where you get to, and with television,
Well,
is it a
movies
little
take
bit
like
different?
3 years. That's one right there. Like from first time you read to red carpet, that's about 3 years. So that's a pretty good difference right there. And it's spotty. You redo, you do it, you redo it, you redo it. We did Road to El Dorado, and gosh, we must have done, I don't know, 25% of what we thought was the movie. And Jeffrey Katzenberg said, no. Start over, and he threw it out, and he threw out like 2 Elton John songs. How do you do that?
Wow.
I mean, he didn't throw them out. I'm sure they're still out there, but they didn't use them, and it was like, wow, just really, we're starting over? Okay, so that's a big difference, that's for sure. And when you're doing an animated series. A 22-minute episode, technically they have 4 hours to record it, but it never takes that long, and you kind of do those, and you're in and out because you've got the character in your head, you've got it established, the script's there, the rest of the cast is there, or they're not. Whereas movies, you're always, almost 99% of the time, flying solo, no matter what. I mean, when I harmonize with people that aren't there, so those are all completely flying solo, whereas the other TV shows, cartoon shows, many times the cast will be there. Not always, but that's a big difference too. And you just do one and you're gone, and the next one takes 3 years.
Yeah, and getting to play off people, I'm assuming, makes the roles feel a little bit more normal than just sitting in a room recording by yourself.
Yeah, you get that reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, that interplay and that energy, and it's beneficial. I prefer that, but doesn't happen in movies, but that's okay. It works
And
out.
you were discussing how you like to improv in the booth.
Yeah.
Is that easier with the television show with everyone being there and with the movie where it's kind of
No, that's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah. I remember. So what'll happen is if they're not there, it's and the people, the producers like what you did, but it no longer fits in with the person before you and the person after you. Then they end up having to record them. But as long as it's okay with them and it pluses the show, as long as it doesn't take away from the storyline, I think that's the most the important thing. And it's just if you're doing that with nobody there, they can't react to it, so they have to come back, and if they keep it, it's kind of slows down the process. But it worked out, So
Yeah.
whatever works, right?
What are some of your favorite voices? And I know you mentioned Pooh and Tigger are some of your favorite. What are some more obscure ones that you like to do?
Well, geez, I don't know. There's a guy, Richard, that I know that he kind of talks like this, and I sneak him in to a few shows every now and then, and I've snuck my Uncle Sam in every now and then. God rest his soul, and he sounded like that. And he's good for an ogre here and there, and those are kind of like inside jokes. But geez, I like them all. As long as everybody else does.
That's the main point.
Yeah.
Now, getting to work in the booth with other actors, are there some that just kind of stand out that when you walk in to work, you're just like, awesome, I get to work with these people. This isn't a
Sure.
job, it's
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, I don't even want to start naming them because there are really too many. There's just about everybody I work with. It's always good to see them. They're all buddies of mine. We hang here and there, especially if we're doing a convention or something like that. And some people, you can add improv with more than others. Some are more tried and true to the page, but I mean, honestly, if I can't even start naming names, because if I do, I'll leave out people.
Yeah,
and
you don't
that
wanna-
I can't. I mean, it would be dozens and dozens of people. So all of them.
Can I get you to do just the famous Darkwing Duck line, and that will make my life complete?
Well, I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the bug that splatters across the windshield of crime. I am Darkwing Duck. Was that it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Mr. Cummings. I
My pleasure.
appreciate it very much.
All right.
Guys, keep sticking around for more Pensacon.